You're listening to
They're gonna call it a hard foul. They're gonna call it a hard foul.
offering in-depth analysis on all things Boston Celtics with your hosts, Jim and Mike Quigley.
The best the Sixers could have hoped for. But to me, none of it matters. Paul George could be healthy for the whole entire season in the playoffs and be really, really good, unless Joel Embiid is in, the best shape of his career and is able to play at a high level in the playoffs, which, outside of maybe that one run with Butler where he was really, really good, Embiid has not been a playoff performer, really. And I'm not just saying this as a Celtics fan, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have much reason to believe to trust this Sixers team at all because I don't trust their big guy. And I know how talented he is, and I know he's a top five guy if he's healthy, but I don't rank him as a top five guy because I don't think he's available enough.
I think for me with Embiid too, it's more like he is available in those first three quarters of playoff games, and he puts up incredible numbers still, but it's always that fourth quarter where he doesn't look like he's in the shape he needs to be to finish it out.
He was a non-factor in the fourth quarter against the Knicks and just about every game.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the concern and pessimism about Embiid's health or Paul George's availability are totally valid. I think that giving Embiid, well, he's on a max and will, one would assume, be on another max when this is over in Philadelphia. But giving 4 years, 212 million or whatever it was to Paul George, that's a lot of money for someone who's 34 years old. And frankly, this roster is not finished it's not complete. And so I would like to see what Daryl Morey is able to do with, I think they have like 9 million more in cap
That's right. They got 9 million.
like yeah. So, you bring back Kelly Oubre, you lose Nick Batum, who's one of my favorite players in the whole NBA.
I thought he was great last year. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. He was. And so, won them a play-in game.
That's right.
He's a big loss in terms of needing two-way players who complement Maxey and Embiid. But you getting Paul George is like a definite upgrade, obviously, and he's a star. I'm a huge fan of his game. I kind of think that he's just really underappreciated, underrated, whatever it is, because of how this tenure with the Clippers has gone. But I just think he's so awesome. I think the world of his game, and I think that sometimes when he's miscast in a situation because Kawhi's hurt or he has to basically be a primary playmaker because they don't have a point guard, whatever it is, he isn't the best player that he could possibly be. I think that in this role, if he's healthy, if Embiid's healthy, if Maxey's healthy, if they get the proper three-point shooting around them, Eric Gordon, I think, is a pretty good signing.
Yeah.
He's still a pretty good player. I think that it's just an ideal situation for him, and I think that this team also should be qualify as a contender.
Yeah.
I still think that the Celtics are. I don't think the Celtics are like sweating too hard, I'll say, about Paul George coming or Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks. I think they're still the clear favorites, and getting better in a lot of ways.